The next speaker came here today from South Dakota to show his support to the Schaghticoke Tribal Nation. He has fought diligently over many years for Native Americans and their rights not to be stepped and trampled upon. The Schaghticoke Tribal Nation appreciates the journey that you made here today to be here in the presence on the steps of the Capitol building and to support our tribe. I ask now for Russel Means to address you. Thank you.
I'm a tackle me and my Lakota. Mas yanta wakin is yours by Kile Chesapakin Lilo Makawakan. When I said to you partially my language, roughly translated into the primitive English language, is hello my relatives. I am Lakota and I come from our sacred holy land and the village of Yellowknife from the Black Hills of what is now called the state of South Dakota, and just most recently is now being reestablished as the Republic of Lakota. If you want to be sovereign, act sovereign. John Mohawk said that in 1974 at the first International Treaty Conference on the Standing Rock Sioux Indian Reservation. I took that to heart. But if you're going to be sovereign, first you have to understand the truth of your existence. Indian people are the most hated people, and especially the Americans. The American Indian, the most hated people, us. With a stroke of the pen, they have refined genocide down to, in the United States of America, a stroke of the pen. The reason we're hated is because we are the evidence of the Western Hemisphere. Every time a white male sees us, no matter if we look like him or not, as long as we're Indian people, he's reminded that we are the evidence, and he feels guilty. Understand who you're dealing with. The United States of America, you have a sovereignty that transcends any European existence in the Western Hemisphere. That's your strength, and I want to thank you for continuing the struggle for your sovereignty. But remember, you've got to act sovereign. Now, the United States of America calls itself a nation of laws. That's one of the biggest lies in the history of the human race. They don't even follow their Constitution. The American people have totally abdicated their responsibilities as a free people, because you know what the essence of being free is? You are free to be responsible. You do not allow government to continue on unabated without each and every person being responsible. If you are responsible, you have no complaints. But the United States of America is filled with citizens that whine, constantly are whining, not responsible and not living up to their own responsibilities that we taught them. That the Six Nations Confederacy, the Iroquois, gave the Constitution to the white man, and he still doesn't say thank you. Although I take that back. 1988, Congress passed a unanimous resolution thanking the Iroquois Confederacy for its input into the Constitution and the very formation of the United States of America. But Schaghticoke, your treaty and the trustee responsibility rests with the Queen of England. Even through the revolution of the United States of America, the formation of that country recognized that trust responsibility, which means you're sovereign through two regimes. Now, it is my advice that the Schaghticoke take a delegation back to England to reaffirm the responsibilities of the Commonwealth nations. The Commonwealth nations of England are known as the United States of America, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. Now, I want you all to really listen carefully, because I know the press isn't going to. This is too complicated for them, and they don't want to tell the truth anyway. The truth about their existence and their responsibility, which they have abdicated, along with the rest of the citizens. But that common law nation, that's why these are common law, called common law, England common law nations, is because